Alright everybody, hello and welcome as always. I am Sean, this is In The Mixer, and a very special episode today. You probably already figured it out because I'm suited up. We have our opportunity to add the FA trophy to the trophy cabinet. Now there are two games we have to win. We have to win our second leg match. If you haven't gone back and watched yesterday's episode, please go and check it out. It's an absolute cracker. You're definitely going to want to see it. And it's also going to give you a whole bunch of spoilers that we're about to jump into now. As you can see, we finished the league as champions. 42 games played, 25 wins, 5 draws, and 12 defeats, plus 42 goal difference, 80 points. Ahead of Curzon on 78 points, ahead of South Shields also on 78 points, and Chester down in 75th. Nuneaton Borough 74, Altrincham 74, and then Guiseley all the way back down in 66. It's going to be a very interesting playoff period considering how tight all those teams were throughout the course of the season. And we weren't out of it. Like, we dropped as low as 5th. About 10 games or so ago. We were at 4th, I think like 6 or 7 games ago, but thankfully we managed to put in a good run of form to finish the season. And Austin Samuels, our star player, 62 goals this year, just dragging us through those games. Really, sometimes he was the best player on the pitch by a long way and dragging the rest of the team through it. So a fantastic year in the league. I definitely want to add this trophy to it. I think last year when we did our #United save, we never actually won this trophy on our way up the divisions. We got up via the playoffs, and I don't think we got another opportunity to come back down and have a go at this trophy. So we want to make the most of the opportunity that we've got now, but there are some good teams that we have to get by to do that. Of course, we're playing Dagenham and Redbridge today. And then if we get through, I think we play Bradford or Aldershot, who drew their first leg match 1-1. You can see they're in inconsistent form, we're in strong form. We know we can beat them. We know we can be equal to it. We're going to start on our cautious mentality because we know they're going to have to attack us a little bit, hopefully get something on the counter. And that was how we got the result in the first game. They played very high up the pitch and Norton and Samuels just had a field day running in behind. So I'm more than happy to drop off a little bit and set that trap to hopefully go out there and get a decent amount of goals. They've got a very strong lineup though. Moore in goal. Their captain looks to be a very good player. Stuart Moore, 29-year-old ex-MK Dons and Reading Junior. And then they've also got Garrick, who gave us problems. Jordan Garrick, ex-Swansea, right winger. Very good player. He's playing on the right-hand side of a 4-4-2. Not his preferred position, but he tore us apart in the first game really quite a bit. He was able to go on good long runs. They've got Goodrich, who's a player that we looked at a few years ago, ex-Man City, ex-Burnley Junior. We did have a long streak, including the likes of Connolly Carson and whoever else of Burnley Juniors being happy to come across to the island. And Connor Grant alongside him, ex-Sheffield Wednesday Junior. We'd previously looked at him as well. A very good left-footed central midfield player. So some good players. We're going to have to keep an eye on it. They could definitely beat us 2-0 here, but I think we should have enough. If we carry on like we finished last time match, we'll be through into the final. And we're going to keep an eye on the other results in that game, in the FA Trophy as well, to see who we might potentially get in the lineup. Probably a bit presumptuous of me to be using, here we go, Akinola, flick on header, Goodrich. They've pulled one back, second goal of the season for Mason Goodrich, and it's a set-piece scenario. It was Honoriasi, I think I've pronounced that horribly, but good ball in here from Akinola. He flicks on the header back post, and then no one gets tied to Goodrich, and he puts that one in back off the post. So they're going to make it tense early, and maybe I've been a bit presumptuous putting this suit on in the semi-final and not waiting until the final match itself. Garrick with the ball now, Halsey, deep ball in. Good flick on header. Carson did challenge, but they did manage to flick that one just past the far post. They're well and truly on top of us here. I'm not going to wait. We're going to go back to our positive structure, see if we can get a foothold in the game, and we're also going to demand more with 20 minutes gone. Akinola with a free kick again. Towards back post, Goodrich with the header again. Thankfully, Dennis was equal to it. Managed to push that one over the post, so he's given us some problems from set pieces. Hodgson with the header away here, only as far as Grant at the top of the box. Tries to turn, now plays it back to McClelland. We've got a throw in deep here. It's a highlight pretty much straight after the other one. David Wang with possession now, looks forward towards Samuels. Goodrich is there, but we've coughed up possession. Norton gets his first real touch that we've seen in the game. Haygarth with the ball over the top. Samuels, can he find the finish? He can indeed. 63 goals this season. The hotline's been stopped, but I think it's going to play on. And it's a great way to pass over the top from Haygarth. That cultured left foot, just getting right on the ball, seeing the space in front of him. And Samuels doesn't wait. He starts going immediately, and he brings that one down fantastically before smashing it home on his favoured left foot to bring us back to parity. And 1-1 is a great result for us. Got a deep free kick here. McClelland forward for Akinola. Back to McClelland. Ball over the top. Bellehoom with a good header. Norton was in the area, but they've recovered possession through the goal scorer. Haygarth has done very well to win it back for us. Hodgson tries to send a ball over the top. It was never really on though. And Garrick, who we spoke about in the build-up, dribbling down the right-hand side. Good cross back. Pinballs around. And Luke Hurst, with his 12th goal of the season, has scored again for Dagenham and Redbridge. And again, we did talk about it. Garrick was pretty much walking past our defence whenever he got the ball. and we don't do enough really here to stop the cross coming in. Williams knocks it down, or Bellahoon with a poor clearance, and Hurst, first time of asking, smashes it low and hard into the far corner. They've got a deep free kick here. I'm just waiting to use our get creative shout. Gordon with the ball in behind. Dennis comes out well to claim. I'm going to hit that get creative now, and we're going to see what happens here. He's rolled it out to Sheriff. Ball over the top. McClellan doesn't get challenged by Norton. Williams out wide to Akinola, who played the first ball for the first goal. Squares it up to Hurst, and 3-1. They've brought it back to level. I think we are still ahead on away goals at the moment. No, it was 3-1 in the other game, so I don't know what that means, if away goals come into it or it goes to extra time. But 34 minutes in, they are very much trying to turn the tide here. Akinola, good ball across, and Hurst gets his second of the game on his right foot that time. If he finds a header, he's got a perfect hat-trick. They've got a throw in here, Halsey on the right. Mongello nearly won it back. Garrick now bursting into space. We have spoken about his dribbling, and thankfully the drive wasn't equal to it from distance. All right, through at half-time now, 2 minutes to be added on. We haven't seen much in further other highlights, and now the referee has called for half-time. They've had 12 shots, 8 on target, 57% possession, but they are 3-1 up. We have had 3-2 and 43. We are going to aggressively say, not happy with your performance. Everyone's responded positively. We're also going to move to our attacking structure, try and get the ball forward a little bit quicker and see if we can't release these two forwards to play a little bit better than they were in the first half. Ball over the top here for Thomas, and he's gotten the touch in. Is he onside though? Jamie Thomas with the goal. It was just a straight ball forward. I'm not sure if a defender missed their header. We'll check it out here in 3 dimensions. This would see us go out of the cup. Honoriasi, yeah, just ball over the top. Thomas was onside, and just poor defending to not be goal side from the off. Bellahoon there, not covering himself in too much glory. And we're not going to wait. We're going to make our subs a couple of minutes early. David Wang really struggling. We'll bring on Nakia. Bellahoon really struggling. We'll bring on Ben Wells. And Abdi Sharif not having the best game either. We'll hold on that one. Because what we might need to do is bring on Matthew Carson. Bring off Matthew Carson for Reece York. Let's passionately say, a lot more to come from you boys. We just need one ball over the top. Because 4-2 I think is enough for us to win on away goals. And we've used our get creative shout. Everyone seemed to be a bit fired up by it, which is good. Still 0-all in the other game. Dennis with the ball now, forward to York. Clears it to no one in particular. Grant puts it straight back in for Thomas, whose flick-on header is thankfully just wide. Going to use our get creative shout again with 10 minutes remaining. And the time is flying by in the second half here. I think they've definitely shut up shop, and it may be us going out of the FA Trophy. It is a 4-1 defeat, 16 shots, 9 on target, 49% possession, 7-3 and 51. I wanted this trophy. I wanted it so badly. And I think this is a valuable lesson. Don't suit up in the semi-final. Suit up in the final. That, simply put, was not good enough. We should have won that match. And we're just going to take it on the chin. We do have another chance at it. We will play Vanarama National Football next year. And we will have an opportunity to go after the FA Trophy again, which I think we might prioritise a little bit more than what we have this season. FC Isle of Man defeat in FA Trophy semi-final. Disappointing, actually, to do that after doing so well in the first leg. But that's football. There's nothing really to complain about. What we might do is jump forward a couple of days just to see if our end-of-year awards and stuff get given out. They should all go to Austin Samuels without shadow of a doubt. And here we go. We've got a fair few here. So players inducted into the FC Isle of Man overall best 11. Connor Hodgson's in there. Samuels makes the bench, which is insane to me. Omprion's out on the left wing for some reason. Max Hagart's in there. Connor Hodgson's in there. Sharif is in there in central defence, which he can't play. Carson's in there. Connolly's in there. Dennis is in there. So quite a few of the regular team. Of course, they've got Charlie Ball up top, who was magnificent for us for such a long time. They've also got Thompson up there, who was fantastic but has now retired. Luke Cundall's in there, Nigel Arris is in there, Bellahoon's in there, Tom Scott, Louis D'Souza, Jack Stainrod. There's quite a few players that are still in and around the club. Have a look at this. Annual end of award season ceremony took place at the Bowl last night. Below is a summary of the night's award winners. Austin Samuels, 78% of the vote for Fans Player of the Season. He was magnificent. He's also won goal of the season, which we're going to look at now. Scored against Evesham United in the 4-1 win, I believe. Might have been the 7-2. It's the opening goal of the game. Nakia bursting into midfield here. And he's going to play a reverse one to Samuels, who gets it out from underneath him, and then on his left foot just rifles that one in from about 30 yards. A magnificent strike and worthy. Oh, we were 2-0 up at that time. So an excellent, excellent strike from him. He also gets signing of the season. He also gets young player of the season as a 23-year-old, and he well and truly deserves all of it. FC Isle of Man 2023-2024 season review, our 5th season. We had a 289 average attendance, which is the most that we've had at any point, and we used 23, which is joint 14th highest in the division itself. We lost in the semi-final of the FA Trophy, we lost in the second round to Doncaster in the FA Cup, but won the league, which is a fantastic result and performance. The board would like to discuss the club's long-term vision. I'm going to ask them to... Oh, I already hit accept. Never mind what I was going to ask. It was just trying to get them to give me some extra wage budget. Assertively, you've done brilliantly to get us promoted and you all deserve a good break. Hopefully when you get back, there'll be some new faces around here that can help us push on and go up again next time around. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do the one to say top half, and everyone's responded positively. Passionately, we're going to say exactly the sort of reaction I'm after. Everybody's happy, morale is good, the squad looks strong, and hopefully everyone can come back after a bit of a break in good stead. Alright, so nice little bonus episode 31. We will come back tomorrow, on Monday in episode 32, having done the off-season, having brought in a whole bunch of new players. It's a shame that we haven't added the FA Trophy to our cabinet, but I cannot complain about the season that we've had. It's been magnificent. If you want to be kept up to date on all future videos as they're released on the channel, subscribe to the channel, drop a like on this one if you want to help me, learn my lesson and not suit up in semi-finals, just wait until the final to do it. But as always, thank you so much for watching, I really appreciate it. I've been Sean, and I'll see you all again in the mixer.